Welcome to episode 2 of the Slab Podcast. No, welcome to episode 32 of the Slab Podcast. Added a 3 on there. How you doing, man?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm sore. I bent and moved a little bit differently today than I have in a long time, but feeling good, man. I'm getting older. I'm definitely feeling it for sure.
That
For
one
sure.
extra step, you feel it in your knee the next
Oh
day,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, yep. It's usually like my back or my groin or something like that, but we're good. I'm chilling. I'm not sitting on an ice block right now, so I'm doing good. Cannot complain.
I looked backwards when I was reversing the car the other day, and I literally just turned around and looked. I can still feel it hurting in my neck. I'm getting so old. My neck still hurts. It's been like 4 days.
That reminds me of my sister. I just got to talk about this because it reminded me of that my sister. She was young. She's 5 years younger than me, so she's like 27, but she was probably like 17 when this happened. She woke up weird, and she literally was stuck like this the entire day. She couldn't drive the car. She was stuck. She could not turn her head. Like she almost had to go. Like I don't know why my parents didn't take her to the ER or something. Like I would have been freaking out. Yeah. Chiropractor probably would have killed her, but they probably would have decapitated her. But you use it. That should be my spicy top. There you go. I just found a new one. Oh shit. Anyways, let's talk about last week's spicy topic real quick. Of course, I won. Oak is playing possum when it comes to posting the comments down there in the comment section down below. So this week he will. He guaranteed it to me. He will. So last week I made a comment.
I'm sorry.
In the next year, another high profile person, content creator, celebrity, whatever, will be coming out or exposed as a scammer. That was the most liked comment down below. So I will guess my thoughts on this is already there is a handful of, I wouldn't call them A-list. Most of the A-list people that were buying Pokemon, I do not have any fears of them because they're basically just dipping a toe into the lake and buying something. It's the people that are lingering. So it'll be really interesting to see how it plays out. But it's gonna, like, when money's involved. We've seen the whole debacle with Blake's Breaks. I think Rattle's on episode 23 by now. The dude's just getting roasted out of his mind. So there's more people, a lot of G ballers out there that are trying to swindle some money. It's gonna be another, like I said, another high end person. Another whale is gonna be speared. So it's gonna happen. There's no shot around it. There's just too much money still in the game. Literally, like this Japanese card is $3,000. Like, that's the dumbest shit in the world. People are paying stupid amounts of money for cardboard in plastic. People are gonna get scammed, and it's another person's getting exposed. I have no names. I was just speculating, and I know it's going to come true because it's just bound to happen with the amount of money in play.
I think that's the word, right? It's money. I think you hit the nail on the head. For me, it's money. Where there's money, there's where there's dirt, there's cockroaches. Pay peanuts, you get monkeys. That's a phrase of management. A lot of companies. Honestly, you pay peanuts, you get monkeys. Like if you don't pay good money, like you don't get quality. But where there's people that have influence, followers, but whatever, like they have their own community, and there's money. Yeah, there's definitely ease of access for vulnerability and naivety there, right? Like there's definitely something there, and we've seen it. I mean, a few times we've seen it now, but also, I mean, I feel like there's a little bit. This might be a bit of a hot take, like on the hot take, but I feel like there's a little bit of it. that slips in some people's like videos when they're not even really, I don't think, maybe I'm naive, I don't think they're intentionally even trying to do it, but like some of the like influence of market type conversations and
Oh yeah.
suggestions and stuff almost feels a little bit scammy in some ways. Maybe that's not the right word, but there's definitely been some things that have been said by some people that I've seen that I know are very actively invested or actively like a part of that. And then the flip side, they're not. Maybe they're saying something that so they can get into it or they can have. I mean, whatever. You can all make your own assumptions on who is doing what and where. Like, there's no specific names that I'm thinking, just like you were saying, that I'm like, I feel like it's clear cut and I want to call out or anything. I'm just generally, I've seen that kind of stuff happening. But what I do enjoy is the fact that it was the most upvoted comment. And that really fills me with confidence that like
Yeah.
people are aware of that. Like, and people care about it, and people already know that it's now the norm and it's probably going to happen again. Like, it's going to happen again. Whether it's this year, next year, 10 times this year, 10 times next year, whatever, someone else is like, I'm there for that spice. Like, someone else is going to do something naughty. There's some naughty people out there. So, yeah, I'm here for it. I want to see Rattle's video on it. I want to see, let's talk about it. Like, Blake's Breaks, you called it just then, talking about Rattle making those videos. And I mean, honestly, there's some gross stuff going on there. Like, it's pretty gross. Like, it doesn't feel good. You got to take everything you hear with a pinch of salt. You don't always know what's factual and what you're hearing from anyone. But like, sometimes if you have the critical thinking, you can make your own inferences, right? You can see stuff and go, yeah, that's bad. Like, without even being told it's bad, you can just see it and talk about it and go, yeah, this is a bad situation and it's going to happen again. It's inevitable. There's so much money in this hobby. Like you're saying, I mean, a Moonbury on $3,000. Please, there's so many cards that are worth that, right? Like, there's so many, like, it's impossible for it to not happen when there's so much money involved. There's such a fruitful hobby. I don't know what the phrase would be, but it's like fruitful in every direction. Like, every set has cards that are worth a lot of money. Maybe not so much Scott and Violet, but like, a lot of the older sets, like, there's some serious cards out there worth some serious money. And that's before you get into promos and trophies and this variation, this error, this blah, blah, blah. Like, there's some crazy stuff out there. People do some stuff to make some money, So it's there. I agree. I'm here for it. Do you have a spicy topic for next week, winner?
Yeah. And it's completely different than the one I had going into us recording. Changed it completely. So 98%
based on what I said.
No, on what I said. So
Okay.
98% of people that use a chiropractor are getting scammed out of their ass.
I have an appointment tomorrow.
2%. You're the 2%, right?
I have a herniated disc and I'm in so much pain. I have scoliosis twice. I have two. I mean, I'm a mess. Like, I don't need to go in medical history, but
You're the 2% then.
I actually need the chiropractor. At one point, I was going 4 times a week. Like, it's that bad. Yeah, I'm in a mess. So, yeah, that's funny that you said that, because honestly, I think there probably is some level of that. I don't know how much, but injury people and people with actual difficulties, it's definitely helped me a lot for sure. So that's fine.
I also have a herniated disc, and it was my fear to go to chiropractor. I literally thought that I would get decapitated.
Yeah,
is kind of my thought, and I've seen the way they interact with other people. We'll talk about it next week when I win again. So,
all right, hit that like
what's
button,
your
guys.
spice topic?
My spice topic is very different to that. Actually, I was not expecting that. I think there's been a lot of comments about junk slabs, and I think the population of that has significantly significantly increased lately. I'll leave it at that. There's a lot.
Hopefully, you leave your comment this effing week. Everyone, drop a comment down below, please. We would greatly appreciate the love and support. Drop a like. Read some of the comments.
Yes, do as I say, not as I do. Yeah. For real though, like I've really enjoyed it. And one tiny little thing to add to that, if you do leave a comment this week, let's have a little treat for you. So a couple of people, we're gonna run a little waffle, spagoffle, whatever you call it, on a whatnot, and we're gonna give slabbed fridge magnets to a couple of you that leave cool spicy topics this week. We're gonna run a little waffle-a-rooney, and you'll get one. Please come on. Who doesn't want a slabbed fridge magnet to do for your angry to-do list for your partner at home? You can stick it under that. You know, I don't even have one on my fridge, guys. Like, I'm gonna try.
I don't have it. So all I have is stickers from other content creators. I don't have a magnet from anybody.
Next level.
That's like S tier shit there.
Next level. Well worth the investment. $700.
Great. That's coming off our bottom line. No. We're making tons of money off this. So
how cool is that? Guys, come on. Slabbed. We're gonna get 1080p right there. 4K. Yeah.
Beautiful.
We're on it.
1080p, 4K.
Leave a spicy topic. Love it. What else you got?
Please.
What's going on?
Pokemon Worlds just came to a conclusion this past weekend.
That's what it's all about, right?
Thoroughly enjoyed it. I was one of those weirdos it was me, my wife. I had my a couple friends over. We weren't sitting down just to watch it, but they were over. They had their kids over. They were playing. But I was the guy that instead of having football on, I had Pokemon Worlds. It started at 8 p.m. And it was pretty awesome being able to watch some of the different stuff. All the different games. They had Pokemon Unite and the Pokemon game itself, the 2v2 battles. The Pokemon Go thing was kind of weird, not going to lie, watching that happen. And then the junior, senior masters of the TCGs was really cool to watch. Watched that probably the most intently because I had kept up with the meta most of the past year. So being able to identify and know what the F was going on was kind of cool. Mm-hmm. But big congratulations to all the winners. There's a bunch of winners because all the different things they have going on there. So that was really cool. A lot of excited kids and some older people that won and in the Masters divisions, and it was really cool. What a dream come true to be in Japan winning a Pokemon championship. Like, that's insane. Could you imagine that feeling?
I mean, give me a little bit of goosebumps there. I can feel like my head standing up. Like, it just feels like that's the hobby. That's literally what the root of the hobby, right? That's like what it all means. It's the reason that part for us of the cards like existed, was to play that game and to win. And even with like Pokemon Unite, like it's newer and it's it's an app, it's a game or whatever, but like it's pretty awesome, and it all like funnels back to like the games and the shows and the cards, and it's nothing different in terms of what it is. It's just they're doing it in a different way, and it's pretty cool. I watched a little bit, I tapped around a couple of different things from their YouTube. They were posting all the videos, like you were saying, they're posting them all on there, and it was pretty cool watching. So I'm excited to get caught up with those and actually get up to speed with everything. But it's cool. It's also nice. You touched on it there about like all different people, different age ranges and backgrounds and countries and stuff. And guys, I don't know. It's so cool. It's just like such a positive thing. Like just having fun and like winning and competing in your hobby. Like how many hobbies do people actually like compete at and try to win money and play against people and like be on TV and stuff. Like I just feel like it's such a big event for something. You know, when I get some shrimp and I go fishing here at the ocean, I mean, no one gives a shit. Like it's nothing, but I'm enjoying it. Whereas that, I mean, you can have a hobby and your family can come and make a vacation of it, and you know, it's an experience, a life experience. And those people that have been there, never gonna forget it. There's been a lot of forgettable fishing moments for me, but that's one they'll never forget. So I always like feel kind of like cool for them. Like it feels like you're saying, like just how amazing it is watching them win and all the different people from different areas and stuff. Yeah, it's awesome. So yeah, big congrats. Good call out there.
I'd be curious because I made a comment to Mason in your Discord today, like thinking about the juniors, like the young kids, the seniors, they're teenagers. Those people, in order to get to where they are, rely on their parents to pay for travel and all that stuff. And in order to get an entry into Worlds, you have to attain so many points, which usually requires you traveling to regionals and doing at least decent at some. So there's a lot of upfront money involved to get there. Would you think like it's almost like gated to where you have to have some kind of effing money, even just to have a thought of going to Worlds? Like you're not gonna Timmy from the trailer park where his mom is living off Section 8 is not going to have an opportunity to compete in this. It's kind of sad thinking about it that way, but I was putting some deep thought into it. Like a lot of my friends grew up in the trailer parks. We could barely go to our locals every week, let alone ever thinking about our parents taking us to a regionals. But not to bring a dark light into it, but it's weird to think that only like some privileged kids can compete in this level of a tournament. What do you think? Or is there opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, I had very, very few cards as a kid. There was no way I was going to get funded for that kind of stuff. I was from a very poor family. But I feel like if you're really good at it, like maybe a store would like sponsor you or something to like represent them as like the store that you like originated at or grew at or representing them or something. Maybe there's like sponsorship stuff that we're not aware of where like they'll pay for their decks and they'll pay for their tickets and I don't know, whatever expenses, and then maybe take a little cut or just take like their recommendation stuff, you know, sponsorship type stuff, rather than financial gain. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know enough about that side of it. But I can't believe that. I find it hard to believe that not a single person has had a sponsorship for something like that yet, even if it's a small one.
Oh yeah, there's definitely for sure. Like coming from playing Yu-Gi-Oh competitively, there would be people sponsored like, hey, I'll sponsor your trip, but if you win, I get your shit. Basically,
In
it's kind of
Yu-Gi-Oh,
like in Yu-Gi-Oh. Yep. So you would like these really good players. You'd be like, hey, I'll sponsor you. You go. I'll pay your $250 hotel, $20 entry fee. If you win, we're either splitting the prize or I'm getting it. I'm just paying for your trip, so you get out of the house, and there you go. You get to play some cards.
oh,
So that was the kind of thing that would happen. I would see a Worlds thing. Obviously, it would make sense. Like if you knew Johnny down the street who had entry to Worlds, and he's like, man, I can't get there. It'd be like, well, I'll get you there, but I get everything. I get your player kit. I get your top 32 cards. We'll split the trophy or something. I could see something like that happening, but it's so rare probably. But I still think in order to get the World's entry, I don't know, it's got to be. It's sad to think it like it is. It's crazy.
yeah, it's probably like a lot of stuff, right? Even like golf. I mean, you know about golf. Like
no,
you
that's
can't
like
just get into the Masters. Like you can't just get into
you got to golf your balls
big
off, and that's
tournaments.
expensive as balls.
Literally,
Golf,
to get there, you just
hockey is expensive.
paying and paying and paying for everything, and that's before we're not even talking shoes. Like we're talking like literally paying to get in to do that stuff. Actual
Yeah.
entrance type stuff.
And most stuff like that's now actually like thinking about like sports, all like you're not gonna be on a good team playing through your city. Like if you're not joining the
Mm-mm.
travel team, traveling to all these different cities every other weekend for competitions and tournaments, soccer, everything, hockey, soccer, football is like the only one where it's still like high school, make it to college, then do college. Like, but like if you're not in travel baseball, travel hockey teams, such small
National.
percentage of those guys actually make it. Even football, like it's so small, but those teams are massive. So there's a little bit more percentage, which is why high school thing still happens. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's crazy to think that there's gates on all of that crap, unfortunately. But there was trophy cards won. First time they've changed them in 7 years. They changed the trophy cards, all three of them. To me, when I saw them, I'm like, oh, cool. The same trophy cards. I literally didn't know they were different. They look
They don't look very different.
they it's still a Pikachu holding the trophy. I don't remember. I think somebody posted the old one that I'm like, oh, okay, I see the difference now. But at first glance, I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm also not in that game because, and I had asked a couple of people, I had asked Peeked at You, who was doing a live stream, who's always been like a world's promo type guy, competition promo guy. I asked him during his live stream, I was like, hey, what do you think these cards are going to sell for? I forget what he said. I want to say he thought like 60 grand or so for was the max, um, which is high as balls. Like compared to what they probably were selling for in 2019, even like those cards were probably dog cheap compared to now. I saw people publicly offering $60,000 on Instagram for any of the three, which is okay. This guy just
There you
offered
go.
60 grand
Yeah.
for the third place trophy. Like that's insane. And then multiple other people had Instagram stories where they're like, I will beat any offer, slide in my DMs. That's it. Like these people are just publicly offering, I will beat the other guy. It don't matter. I am here to win. Like, what is it then? I didn't see a single story where anybody was winning any of these trophy cards, but insane prices for these ultra modern cards. And then we are not seeing a whole lot of sales of the older ones. It's like the ultra modern, man, is just it's going through the trophy game right now. Like that the prices of those cards are more than Trophy Kangaskhan's and all this other old stuff, which is I love to see it because it's just funny as hell to see the ultra modern stuff kicking it right in the dick.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I think is fresh. It like feels like fresh and new. Like people like new stuff, right? They want new. They don't. I I mean,
First to
obviously
market with a
vintage,
new
but
art.
yeah, people like exciting and the newest thing, the newest song, the newest singer, the newest movie, the newest show. I mean, it's some people like the old stuff because they appreciate it, but like the new stuff isn't about appreciation. Like no one appreciates that brand new trophy. Like they didn't win it. Like there's no appreciation
Yeah.
there. They won it because it's the newest thing and because there's only one of it and what it symbolizes. So the mindset's definitely different. Like I can't imagine in early 2000s trying to like buy something like that and thinking like yeah I'll offer you 60 grand, whereas now it's like the norm.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. It's just like not even due to inflation, like literally like 10 grand even. It just seems like it seems insane. But again, I mean we've seen it with Charizard, right? First day Charizard, it's in a different ballpark, completely different world to what it ever was. Um, but yeah, it's been fun seeing the different games and the winners and all the different I don't know, like just so much passion, I guess, into it, all the different
Yeah.
effort. Like people did, whether they're from some like crazy rich family or whatever, like people put a lot of time and effort into this hobby and this game, and those are a lot of losers,
Hmm.
a
Yeah.
lot, and people always forget about them when there's big competitions like this. There's a lot of losers. A lot of people went there spent a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of effort, and got jack. So,
Yeah. Still
yeah,
got your players kits, but yeah.
yeah, and hopefully they're never going to do anything with it, and they're going to keep it for themselves. They're not going to sell it or try and trade or anything. They're going to appreciate it, and it's going to be theirs, and it's going to be a little, a little memory of that experience that they had. I want that for them as a collector, but also like it'd be cool to own something like that. I guess they do look
Yeah.
cool. They did look cool when I was looking at the pictures of them.
Yeah, for sure. I think the physical trophies look pretty cool too. Like that'd be awesome to have one of those. That'd be pretty sick.
I think I'd rather have the physical trophy than the card.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be having that extra. Like, yeah, sure, I'll sell the card. I'll keep this as my memory. Um, for sure, that's pretty cool. But also, if I was coming from a rich family, I'd be like, "F it, I'm just gonna keep the card. I don't need the money." Like,
Yeah.
so we'll see, because I don't know if any sold. I didn't see anybody flexing, but I also they might want to have kept it private. I don't know. So we'll see how that plays out here soon. I'm sure we'll be seeing some
Normally,
PSA graded trophy cards.
yeah, I feel like it normally falls on the buyer to make it public, right? A lot of the times it's been the buyer that's made it public. Yeah, interesting topic though, that because like, why did they do the competition? Why did they compete? Did they do it to win so they could sell the card or the trophy and make money? Did they do it because it's the hobby and they're just really good at it? Did they do it to keep the parents happy? Like, I'd really like to like talk with some of those people. Maybe maybe one day I will. But I think it'd be cool to talk with one of those like really very top 1% competitive people um, that play, and like, what's your motivation there? Like,
Profit,
why are you doing that? Because
100% profit.
a lot of people didn't on the road to it, right?
Didn't what?
Didn't make money.
No, yeah, for sure.
A
But
lot.
yeah, the people that are competing in those tier levels and that are going to all these tournaments, they're definitely going with one goal in mind: is to win the trophy, win some money. Um,
Even a
along the
10-year-old.
way, yeah,
I didn't give two hoots about money at 10. I just
if they
wanted
were going, if
a
they
couple of
like,
bucks
they
for
pretty much
candy.
got to set up their schedule and they got to be like, I can only get a world's invite if I go to these 4 events or 3 events. You can go to less events if you do really well at one of them, but they got to kind of
Mm.
plan that out ahead of time for sure. So yeah, I don't know. It's pretty crazy for sure. The kids and all of that stuff involved. But every person I've known that was competing at a high level was in it to win the card. They would sell the card most of the time at the tournaments, but also they're making hella bank because they're like known in the game. People coming to them with trades, buying and selling. So they're buying and selling singles too. I'm curious now, like how popular grading is. Are these people that won the tournaments just gonna grade their cards? That would be hilarious because a lot of people like buying
Yeah.
trophy cards so they can make a little bit of money. So I feel
It's,
like it's about grading so popular now that they got to know about it. So
it's become a staple, right? It
yeah,
feels like it's a pretty integral part of the hobby, especially for stuff like that, like maybe some higher end stuff. Like, people want to know that it's real and
yeah,
authenticated and it's safe, and it's not even just getting the grade. I mean, we saw it with the Magic, one ring, hit a 9. Like, it's not always just about the grade. Like, it's preserved almost. Who knows how long for? I don't know how great those sleeves or those slabs are for each company, but for now, I mean, I'm very happy putting the cards that I love in slabs, whatever company it is, just to keep them
yeah,
safe. So I think that's definitely part of it too.
100%. The did you see the top 32 cards? The one with the lappers on it.
Um,
The
oh,
I
is that
forget
the
what the
one that I
name's called.
saw with Lapras? Yeah, I was looking at that. Someone posted it in Discord, right?
Yeah, yep. So there, yeah, it's got the Lapras card. It's like top 32, top 16, top 8, finalist, whatever. Those kits are expensive. I don't remember how many cards come in the little in the different languages, but they're
Mhm.
expensive. I think pushing almost 2 grand right now, which is crazy. It's crazy. It's expensive. Like every effing thing out of that place is expensive. The Pikachu promo decks, the cool looking little Pikachu coming out of those things. Um, you should buy it for your collection. It's only like $300 raw, probably now, maybe a little less.
Yeah, yeah, I really should. I mean, now probably is the time. Actually, it was funny. With when it was in London, I should have bought way more stuff. Like I was at Tampa TCG Con or whatever it was called, and there was someone had the mat, the London like play mat, and it was
Damn, that'd be cool.
gorgeous. And I think Paul Father bought it. Somewhat, it might have been Weedle. I don't know. Maybe they both bought it, but this guy had a couple, and I was like, oh my god, like that was a thing where I was like, I should have just bought it. I should have just done it. I was dumb not buying it,
You
especially with like
100% should have.
being the
You done
UK.
effed up.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, the Worlds is going to be local to us, really local. We could almost drive there. Honolulu, Hawaii. Are you going?
yeah. Um, I don't know. That sounds pretty magical going to Hawaii. Actually,
Have you been?
oh, I wonder if no, and I wonder if that could be like a pretty amazing vacation or something. Maybe make an event out of it. Have you thought about going?
Yep. I already told my wife we're going, even though she was like, F it, I don't give a shit.
Oh yeah,
We'll see. We'll see. I haven't looked up flights, but I think Brad G had looked up flights when I was live streaming last night. And he said around $700 round trip per ticket.
cheaper than England.
Um, yeah, I thought it would be more. So that ain't terrible, but if I went, it would be at least minimum 7 nights. So I could take
Oh
in,
yeah, yeah.
I need more time outside of a convention center.
Yeah,
I could not imagine going there for 2 nights and just being at the convention center the entire time. That'd be a total L.
got to make the experience out of it. Yeah, I'd want to see the island or islands and the food, and yeah, I mean, I'd want to, I'd definitely want to get the full experience that I could. Um,
It's a business trip,
wow,
fully
I,
expensable, 100% tax advice. 100%.
I would try.
I wouldn't even have to not try. Like me and my wife are going there to buy cards, buy and sell. Like shit's happening.
Oh my god, that's gonna be awesome.
So,
Okay,
but no, that'd be cool. So obviously we got some spoiled ass children. We gonna start going traveling all these events after they want to start playing. We going to Indianapolis for Gen Con to get them into the tournaments. What are we doing? We getting these kids ready? Start competing,
oh
winning
my
our trophies for us.
god, I would. I
And we'll
mean,
sell them.
if they were truly passionate about playing or collecting or whatever, like I would support every reasonable way that I could possibly do it. However, the one that is old enough to understand stuff at the moment doesn't give two hoots. Like not a single hoot at all. Absolutely has no interest. In fact, she sometimes asks me why I like Pikachu. She's probably asked me like 17 times, like, why do you like Pikachu? Like she has like a thing about it. I don't know if it's like her like bullying me or just trying to understand
Yeah,
it.
pretty much.
I don't know, but she's
It's
like
my
either
dad,
way,
mom.
yeah, like why do you she's like, why do you have like Pikachu on everything? Like why this? Why that? She like she's not here for it. Maybe the new one, the little Togepi we've got that's building into a little kiddo there. Maybe she'll develop into a Pokemon lover, but not the older one. She's not here for it. And if she was, I'd be over the moon. I'd be there for it. every step of the way for sure. I'd probably be more invested in it than I would my own part of the hobby, honestly. What about you? Where are your kids at with it? I know you've opened a few packs with them and stuff.
I sat down with my friend this weekend, Rob. Sat down and played a game of Pokemon on our kitchen table. Both my kids were there. My wife wasn't there. Just me, my two kids, and Rob. And they both pulled up a chair, started watching, fully engaged, watching. Like they're like,
That's
I want to learn
awesome.
how to play. I want to learn how to play. They're 5 and 3. 5-year-old can't read yet, so that's like the biggest thing you got to get over first is being able to read.
Yeah.
That's basically all you need to do, though. Like as soon as you learn how to read, then you get taught the mechanics. Pokemon mechanics are the easiest mechanics you'll ever see in any TCG.
Yep.
Obviously, the combos and all these different things will be a little bit more involved, but just basic, like the new Classic Edition thing coming out would be perfect starter kit for a kid to learn how to play. Might be a play for me just to do that. So, yeah, no, it'd be cool. I would love to be like that'd be sweet to be able to go to Cleveland or something like that, travel with the kids, make a trip out of it. Because I remember growing up, there was one family who, like, the dad was a lawyer. He would come to the tournaments with his two kids, and it was cool to see it. They were like 5 and 8 at the time. The kid was like a prodigy in Yu-Gi-Oh, and they got to travel to every effing event. It was so cool. I was so jealous. I'd go to maybe
Awesome.
one every 2 years, and
Wow.
it'd be awesome to be able to do that. I know we got sports and everything going now, so it's going to eat a lot of time. So it probably wouldn't be able to happen, but depends what they like. It's going to be up to them. Not going to force anything on them. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see how they grow up and what they want to do.
Are they interested in any specific Pokemon?
Oh yeah, yeah. My son's a Squirtle guy. Daughter loves Pikachu. So
Amazing. Rock
yeah,
stars, both of them.
I just got stacks of commons here that they come in here, they just start grabbing. They're like, I want a Pokemon card. And then they ask me to put it in a penny sleeve and a card saver one every time. They like it. They like it in the plastic already. We're trading them early.
That's
They
so
haven't got us.
awesome.
They don't have PSA slabs yet, but that's the next level.
My daughter does. She's got a couple. I got a one of a
Coasters.
trainer that has the same name, and yeah, I got it
Oh
signed
yeah,
for her. So she'll always have a Pokemon card of her. Basically, I thought it was cool.
yeah. Was that Brock? Brock Oak.
Well, we'll get to that later. I'm gonna talk about that after we'll talk about that after. Don't let
Oh,
me forget that after we end the stream, after we end this recording, we're gonna talk about
God.
Brock.
Yeah, so let's jump into the next segment. We've talked about Worlds enough. Wish I was there. A lot of FOMO this past weekend, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
And people were there too. Made it even worse. Like people we know and love.
Business trip. Right
I
off.
saw you. I know who you are. I was jealous
Yep.
for sure. Okay. So you messed around a little bit with some sports topics last week, and I only got 7 out of 10 right. So
3 out of 10
week,
right.
so
3 out of 10
this week, my turn. This week we're gonna do a British one. So
by popular demand.
I'll just do one, and I'm thinking most people won't get it in when they're listening. But do you want to do slang or food? Do you want to do a food one to start?
Slang for sure.
Okay. I got a couple.
This will be easy.
I'm gonna talk a slang phrase, and I want you to tell me what it means in like American English.
Gotcha.
Basically.
Okay. I'm listening intently. Got my eyes
Garrett.
closed so I can picture it.
Okay, I'll say it really clearly. Garra's Catalan.
Can you spell that, please? Is that one word or 3 words?
Garra's Catalan.
You got to spell it. I have no clue what you're saying. You got to spell that.
No clues. I'm not doing
No
any clues. No.
You're
It'll give it
speaking
away.
cursive. You're speaking
No.
in cursive.
Oh god, I know Pokey PhD is like dying laughing right now. I know it. Garra's Catalan. Go on, just take a stab.
Let me repeat it. Let me repeat it. See if
Okay.
I'm saying it right.
I'll say it.
Garra's Catalan.
That's it. Garra's Catalan. I knew I'd get you. This payback.
So you're sitting at the pub, chilling with the bros. You're like, God, you're like, damn, look at that chick. She's got a Garra's Catalan there. No,
no, you are. I will give you a clue. You're probably at home, sat on the sofa, talking with a friend or a family member.
I was not in the right field at all. Garra's Catalan. I feel like I don't know why when I hear Garrus, I think cat. It's probably not right at all. You're sitting your fat ass on the sofa talking to your wife, who's probably a 3.
Oh god.
It's not the remote. You guys have a really dumb fucking word for that. I don't even know what it was called. The clicker or something. I don't even know.
Yeah, some people are weird with that.
Garra's Catalan.
Garra's Catalan.
Catalan. I think it's your dumbass cat shit inside of the kitty litter. That's what it means. Am I right? No. This is the same ballpark, isn't it? Right?
It means, will you please make me a cup of tea? Nowhere near.
I'm gonna Google that. You're fucking.
Let me translate a little bit. So Garra's means will you please get me, and Catalan means turn the kettle on to make hot water to make the tea. So you're saying Garra's Catalan, which means go make hot water, which means I want a cup of tea, please. Basically, that's like the flow of it.
If you would have spelled that mother ever, I would have got.
You would have. If you'd have got kettle spelled out, you would have got it.
It would have helped.
Yeah, I think you'd been right there, and that's why I was hesitant too.
Yeah, no, it's good. It doesn't exist on Google. How do you spell Garrus?
I don't. Garrus. I don't know. It's a phrase. It's slang. It's not real words.
It's so worse.
It's not real words. It's BS. It's slang.
All right. So I gotta hit you with one sport one because I've done it the last 4 weeks.
Hang on though. I think we should do a food too. Without you Googling it. I think we should do both because I was excited about doing both. And then I was like, we should do stew one. And now I'm like, no, we should do a food too. So let's throw that out there.
Do it.
What is stargazy pie?
Stargazy pie.
And it's not a euphemism.
You want to know what flavors? You want to know the flavors?
Yeah, what's in it?
Stargazy pie. Jesus Christ.
What one main ingredient?
Marshmallows for sure.
It's so American. Oh my god. Think English. We don't put marshmallows and shit.
Oh, I forgot. People over there, they just put fucking tea and everything. Fucking tea.
Basically. No, it's not tea though. I will give you that clue.
Man, shortbread.
Mm-mm. So it was a bit of a trick question for you, because in America, pie is generally sweet, right? And in England, pie is generally got a meat. It's normally made with a meat. It's a savory dinner. So stargazy pie is fish heads cut up and sticking out of a pie like they're looking at the stars. So they're stargazy. It's a fish pie with their fish heads sticking out. You don't want to Google it. It'll look really gross when you see it.
Yeah, that's fucked. People eat that.
Yes. It's not super common, but back in the day, it was a thing.
Yeah, I gotta share the screen. People can't just be left on wanting.
God. Nobody wants to see it. Look away now. PG-18.
There it is. Stargazy pie.
Zoom in.
Fish heads.
Zoom in on that first one. That's a rough one. Oof.
I'm afraid to click on that. Yeah, no, it's pretty rough.
There's
You
so
eat
many
this?
pictures. So many
Have you eaten
pictures.
this?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've made
You
it.
make this in America for your wife?
No, I'll never make it here. I make steak and ale pie and meat and potato pie, that kind of stuff. But no crazy pie. Just good stuff. That's not a good one. It's just a dumb one. But yeah,
Wow.
hope you guys like that little refresher. You gonna hit me with a sports one?
Yeah, you just gotta give you one just to keep it going. Bowling. You're a bowler.
I won a bowling league once.
Oh, so it'll be too easy probably then.
No, I still don't know what I was doing. I just won because I made so
won
much.
a bowling league.
Yeah, but it was because I was the worst person. How bowling leagues work is like you win points by growth, by getting better. And at the start of the season, I was literally the worst person in the whole county. And then I got okay. So like I ended up winning because like the growth like got me more points. I didn't really understand how it worked, but we ended up winning. So that was cool.
I'm not gonna change it because you bowled. This will be a W for you, hopefully. What is a turkey?
It is. Dang it! Is it like when you get the full amount of points minus like 10 or something? It's like you almost get like a full game, like a 380 game, whatever it is, 300 game.
No, turkey is just 3 strikes in a row.
Oh, that's it. I remember my friend Mike telling me about it. He explained some of the phrases when I was learning when I first started. Yeah, I remember it now. You say it. I did actually know that. Dang it!
Thought you had an easy ass one, damn, but that was embarrassing. But anyways, appreciate those were good ones. Those were I hope some entertainment out of there for you people. Me struggling with the British slang term and food.
Garrett's kettle on. So now if you ever hear me say that, I want a cup of tea. I need a cup of tea.
Yeah, I'll tell you to lick my balls because I ain't making no cup of tea because I've never done it in my life. So
go turkey.
I'll go to Starbucks to get you some tea. How about that? Is that the best tea you've ever had, Starbucks?
No, hell no. But bring me milk and sugar if you do.
Just milk and sugar in a cup from Starbucks?
With the tea, like to add to the tea, like milk and sugar on the side to add to it. Hot tea, English breakfast. I had 4 cups of tea today, and in England, I probably would have between 10 and 12. Like it's pretty like stereotypical. Like every hour, you'd probably have a cup of tea, pretty much.
Caffeine? No.
I mean, yeah, but like you drink it all day, every day. Excuse me, so you don't really notice it.
It is caffeinated though, not as heavy as coffee.
Oh, nowhere near close to coffee. Yeah, no. There's no. If I drank 10 cups of coffee, I'd die. Like I'd literally be dead. Yeah, I'd get a life insurance payout for my wife if I did that. But yeah, I could drink 20 cups of tea and be completely fine for sure.
Yeah, it's probably good for you.
just not your
Yeah, so
teeth.
let us know down below if you enjoyed those segments. If so, we'll probably keep doing something like that. Pretty easy.
Why not?
So we just had a set release. I think you said you're still waiting on some Obsidian Flames. You excited? Looking forward to it all.
If I can get it, yeah. I ordered Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs, so I thought they'd be fun. I was hoping to maybe, I don't know, do a couple of packs from Dan Mason, whoever's like selling some to rip and ship live. I thought I'd support them instead of going to Walmart or whatever, to buy them. So whenever they end up doing them, I think Dan might have already just done it, but yeah, I'll have to do.
I bought in.
You did? I think I might have bought from Mason the other day. I feel like Mason did it too.
He did it like a week ago.
Oh, I did.
He did it like pre-release night or something. I thought.
I
don't
remember. Him. I've got a little gift from him here. I didn't pull anything. I had like really bad luck, but he did send me a Pikachu as a consolidation prize. I have the worst memory. Nice. I literally have the worst memory. Yeah, thanks, Mason. Yeah, so honestly, like if I see more of them guys doing that stuff, I'll probably buy more. Honestly, so guys go live, I'll probably throw some money at you. Yeah, but I haven't pulled anything since it released, and then I don't have anything delivered yet. None of the stuff that I ordered for me to rip myself has come, so I'm just kind of like in limbo at the moment. You mentioned you did open some though, right? So anything?
One ETB from Daniel. $30. Okay. $30.
Bargain
for the hits. And I got my reverses because I bitched so many times.
You did?
Them. Oh yeah. So I got my reverses coming too. I don't know. I've always been a big fan of reverses, and feels like bad not getting them when I buy a pack. So especially now with two of them bitches. So
did you hit?
I hit the full art Charizard, not the alt art. Not the gold one, not the alt art, but like the full art one. That's
I prefer that one.
Maybe.
I think I like that one the best.
That was pretty cool. Seems every time I buy into one of these, the last time I bought into something that was the 151 boxes from Weedle's Warehouse and got the God pack. I need to go.
That was wild.
Put it all in black.
That was wild. Like seriously crazy.
Yeah. So there was some reverse Dugtrios, some Diglets I got in there too. It was pretty nice.
Nice.
Lucky. Okay. Just getting lucky, man. But then I did rip a box of it and I got completely fisted. Was not good. Got like 5 of the same trainer hollows. Like it was reminded me of my Champion's Path, to be honest. Like just the standard hollows I got, so many duplicates. I didn't pull a single Charizard in the entire box. I think it was like 7 Charizards in the set or some shit, but it was dark. It was not good. Not a big fan of ripping Modern right now at all.
Scarlet and Violet hasn't been wildfire, right? Like I can't.
Yeah.
I mean, I opened the last couple of sets. I'm going to open probably somewhere of this set, but there's nothing that I've opened where I'm like, oh my God, I need to keep this card forever. Like, this is amazing. I love this artwork. There really hasn't been too many cards. There's been some cool ones. There's been some nice ones, and I pulled the trainers from the last 2 sets and I sold them. I was like, I don't really like them that much. It's not really for me. And the expensive ones in the set, I might as well just sell them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a bit of like an edge missing on this new generation almost.
Yeah, I don't remember like the battle styles. The Sleepy T-Tar had a really low producibility in a pack. But these like you're seeing so many of these alt art Charizards being pulled, the gold ones. I'm wondering if they're done with the ultra high hardness to get these cards out of packs and are just like, that was too far. We need to go back to this. Like now still, it's kind of hard. You still are probably ripping 2 cases to complete the set, which is still a lot of effing packs, but it's nowhere near the Evolving Skies, Lost Origin, Madness, like it has come back to earth in a sense. And it's kind of nice. Like if I was an avid collector of these Ultra Mana cards trying to complete master sets, totally in range. The top tier stuff, even the trainer cards, the Ionos, the Miriams, and now at least the Charizard's the most expensive card instead of a freaking trainer, which feels kind of nice. But yeah, it's respectable, not too expensive to do a master set, but probably still there's a lot of freaking hollow cards, so it still take a little bit of something. But
so many
yeah,
cards in the set too. I mean, they're just
yeah,
huge sets, absolutely gigantic sets.
yeah, yeah. It's nice in the sense that they could just keep doing massive sets because it's not like Magic, where you don't need to come up with a whole new name of a card. That's one of the big ones, having to create a whole new name. The new name now has new statistics and all these different attacks, a new mechanic. Is it going to be red, green, black, white? In Pokemon, it's the same name. You're changing the attacks, and maybe sometimes you'll change the attribute. But they already have like a pool. So you could just like roll a spinner wheel on electric attacks. Oh, this one got Thunder Wave. Like it's so easy for them to create a new Pokemon card. So it makes sense why there's so many out every time. Compared to these other, even though Magic sometimes has massive sets, but I couldn't imagine the amount of work that goes into those over a Pokemon set, to be honest.
I never thought about that with the name thing before. Like I knew it, but never like really consciously thought about the fact that they're not recycling each set. Like there isn't the same
No,
card
yeah,
in each set with the same name, doing the same kind of stuff. Yeah, that's super valid. They must put a lot of effort in. I mean, the artists honestly put a lot of effort in when we open those Magic the Gathering Lord of the Ring cards. I mean, I was blown away. Like
exactly.
I was just saying it over and over, like, wow, these are amazing. Oh my god, I can't believe the artwork. Like these are so incredible. Like literally blown away. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what their planning looks like on that side of stuff, but they must put a lot of brainstorming and a lot of effort in. I wonder how far out they're doing it too. Whether it's a year, 2 years, like do they have it all mapped
Yeah.
out for the next 2 sets or 20 sets? I don't know where they're at. It'd be super interesting to get a bird's eye, you know, not bird's eye, but like a fly on the wall kind of look at some of that stuff, some of those discussions and plans. Be very interesting.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. Some of the arts and stuff they put in, like you said, that Magic the Gathering stuff was insane. Like some of those cards, it's even like the Stranger Things cards and some of the other stuff, the other random stuff I've got into, some of the Walking Dead cards. It's awesome. It's pretty cool. Real quick on Magic the Gathering, since we just talked about it, they announced like a couple new expansions coming out. Did you hear anything about that?
I heard there was one on Jensen Impact, the game. There's one they're going to do on that, which I would imagine is going to be fairly big. There's a lot of, you know, people in the same similar kind of crossover hobbies, you know, with that stuff. I think I played it for a little while actually. I seem to remember playing it for a bit.
Yeah.
Huge following, absolutely gigantic following for that IP. So yeah, I can imagine it doing okay with that. I don't remember what the other one was. If I did hear it,
Fallout, the video game,
oh no, I did not know that. That's a big one.
and Jurassic Park.
Stop. So that wasn't
Jurassic
even.
Park one, I think, will be like the Stranger Things thing. I believe, but I don't know exactly. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, those were announced, I believe, at Gen Con.
So that wasn't one of the two. The Jensen Impact. Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah, that one, it makes sense, but I didn't hear that one personally from my friends. But
Mason said it. Mason was
yeah,
the one that
no, I
told
would.
me.
That's a pretty credible source. Shout out to Mason. He's going to be on PokeRadar podcast this Thursday, 9 p.m. Go check it out. Looking forward to that one.
I was excited.
Best interview yet.
That was a cool one. Yeah, I mean,
James was okay, I guess. No,
he's had some pros on there. Let's be honest. Okay, so Jurassic Park. I mean, kind of want to open that. I think that's going to be a pretty cool one. I wasn't a massive Fallout fan. I mean, I played it, I had it, but like, I wasn't passionate about it. But Jurassic Park,
yeah,
dinosaurs, man. Come on, like I could
I
get
figured
behind that.
they're going to change the name from Magic the Gathering to Weiss the Gathering here pretty soon. At this rate, just all these IPs, they're genius, because you're going to get the collector base into it, which is what Lord of the Rings did. But
okay, but if they did a 1 of 1, what is it?
Hugh Grant's hat.
No.
Raptor claw.
It's got to be
T-Rex skull.
It's got to be It's got to be the can with the tubes in it.
Oh,
Barbasol can, whatever it is.
Barbasol, yeah.
It's got to be something that's like super like specific. Oh no, you know what it'll be? The amber with the mosquito.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about. Yeah.
That's what it is, right? Yeah, it's got to be. Called it.
101.
We got it.
Jurassic Amber coming.
You heard it here on Slabbed first.
101 Jurassic Amber.
And a 1 of 10.
Actually touched. Yeah, I could see them doing like a rookie patch auto. They're gonna slice a piece of Jurassic Amber and put it into that bitch.
That would be amazing. That would be
next level.
Incredible.
Forget logo, man. You got Jurassic Amber in your TCG.
There's no back to it. It's like in it, and you can hold it open like it'll be translucent. The sun will come. Oh my god, amazing! I love speculating with you. It's so fun. Yeah, let's
call us. We're available for R&D. Weiss the Gathering people.
Yep, we'll be the innovation station. Just call us anytime. Email is in the description.
No, it's not.
It's not? Okay. Don't email us. I thought it was.
No, it's not. I don't think it is.
Oh, God.
So we talked a little bit about the Pokemon trading card, the classic deck. I just saw for the first time English versions of them. Thought it was a Japanese exclusive. Have you seen anything like that? You know what I'm talking about?
The black box one, right?
The really fancy looking, expensive black box.
I thought it was only Japanese. I didn't even think they were doing it in any language, no matter English. I thought it was purely Japanese. So yeah, I mean that's good, I think.
Yeah.
But
I think it's cool. So if you can go on PokeBeach right now and look at it, and you can look at pictures of the English and the Japanese ones right next to each other. And
who's going to sell that?
It's probably Pokemon Center exclusive, because the one in Japan, I believe, is Pokemon Center Lottery only.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be similar. But it was really weird to me that the Japanese cards have like super fancy hollow foil borders. They're like super unique, whereas the English ones have traditional yellow borders.
Not silver.
They went to the yellow borders. It looks strange. It's weird that they would do it.
That's odd. Yeah.
It would, like I was saying earlier, though, it'd be cool actually to use it as a starter kit to help show the kids. Let me share my screen again.
They had the am I right? Was it they had like stacking counters for like
it's
for
like I think they're metal too.
Like that kind of stuff it's just like that little bit extra effort and quality. I'm here for it. I think it'd be awesome. Oh wow.
Yep. So the Japanese ones, this is the Charizard line's all Japanese. The Blastoise Venusaur is all English.
They got the full sets, not like celebrations too. You actually have the full.
Yes. Yep.
Wow.
And it's pretty cool looking hollow pattern on it. But yeah, the Japanese, you can see the whole thing's just sparkling.
The border.
And then you got the Venusaur.
I mean, it looks like a
very interesting. I noticed, yeah, down here it says this card cannot be used in at official tournaments. Pretty funny.
Just the
there is a Zapdos.
2023, so it is this year.
And this weird looking Mr. Mime.
No.
Really weird looking Mr. Mime.
No thanks.
Not a fan?
No. That's dreadful.
What's wrong with it?
Mr.
So this thing is sharp though. That's like
that is really cool. Yeah. I like those stacking counters too.
fan.
Yeah, I mean it's really cool. I do like it, honestly.
The stacking counters are going to be meta. Like everybody's going to use these probably instead of dice. These are just really cool. I only use the red ones because I use big monsters. But yeah, I don't know. I like the throwback to the yellow, but god damn, everything's a throwback. Give me the new shiny gold borders.
Yeah, make it feel a bit special, right? Those Japanese ones.
The OG Bulbasaur, Ivysaur are getting hollows. Yeah,
I like that.
That's nice.
Have they done that with reprints?
Very nice. What do you mean?
Where it's just
done what?
Just the Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, just the early of the evolution line, where they were just at a hollow. They haven't, right?
I don't think so. I don't think they've had. I don't think we've had like hollow, besides Legendary Collection Reverses. But
I mean, yeah, the whole thing is though, right? Yeah, I mean,
everything, but it's like the opposite of these. These are only hollow in the box, whereas those are hollow everywhere but the box. Yeah.
So there's something slightly unique there with it, I guess. Yeah, that's interesting. I'd buy it. That's something I'd buy. I think that'd be really cool to have.
Yeah, I'd buy it and open it, play with it. But I'd also want the Zapdos that comes in it graded. Gotta happen.
Yeah, I mean.
So what's been going on with you, man? Buying, selling, collecting. Been busy?
I've been distracted. I've had a lot of stuff going on, like just general like family stuff. Trying to keep head above water with the baby and stuff. Just been generally pretty busy, working home and stuff. So I haven't done a lot of action lately. Sold a few slabs, done a few crossover. Sorry, not crossover reholders with CDC of 9.5s. Did those? Got that back. Already sold a couple. I have a couple of got a couple of oaks just here. A couple of Professor Oaks. Yeah, that bad boy that sent to you. I haven't opened the one that you sent me yet. I'm excited to open that up. Oh, that's a cute business card.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty adorable. Oh, that's upside down. Shout out to Professor Oak. Gave me a free Rockets Diglett CGC 10. One I did not have for the Diglett Glizzy collection, so I'm excited. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
I had to. I saw it and I was like, I got to. Yeah. So just that was one of them. And some of the ones I sent, but I think there's a lot of opportunity out there, but there's a lot less than when I was doing it before now. Like things feel a little bit like more difficult to find and capture than they were previously. And I don't know if it's that there's less volume listed or there's just less activity, less things, being put up or whatever, but it feels like it's taking a little bit more work to track things down and get things and also get them at a good price than they were before. Some of it is probably education. I feel like people are well informed now more than ever. Like every month, it feels like people understand prices better. There's data at the fingertips. People know what's selling well, what is going to sell well. Like people are starting to get it a little bit better than before. There's less naivety. It's not zero. There's not zero naivety, but there's just a little bit less of it than before. So it feels like it does get a little bit harder the further I get into it. But also, you got to be willing to change. So I've been playing with some different stuff because you can't just do the same thing over and over and over and expect to keep having success. Like it's just not feasible. So for me, I've just been tinkering and playing around with a few random things, some successes, some failures, and yeah, nothing honestly too big or crazy. What about you? What you had going on
Well,
this
well,
past
real
month?
quick, last
Yeah.
week you had flamed PWCC. Um, back in the bed with them. What's going on there?
Yeah, I mean was I blocked or unblocked at that point? I forget.
I believe you were unblocked, and you were at the point where you're like, I don't know if I want to go back.
Yeah, so I watched you Sunday night last night for us.
Last night?
Not last night, but not last night.
Oh, okay.
I don't. Whenever this is dropping, I guess. Yeah, I was watching you, and you, were in the auction, and I was watching it, following it, and yeah, because I got my bidding privileges back, and I did find a couple of cool things listed. I did buy a few things. I spent a couple $100, but nothing too crazy. I just got a bit of a sour taste in my mouth. Like I can't. I don't know what it is. I feel like they've burnt me a little bit. And they have changed. A couple of people said it in the Discord. They have changed when you have to pay by, and it does now say, which I didn't see on that card that I bought, but it does now say I need to pay it in full by Friday when I went to pay it earlier. So you only get 5 days now.
Yeah. Yeah. Since your issue, the last 2 weeks I've paid that night, the night I win, because that would be a crisis.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't feel good.
But
It was
yeah, especially being a guy that live streams it every Sunday, me not having an account to log into would not feel good.
So you have to borrow somebody.
Yeah. That'd be pretty rough. I just make one for my wife, probably, but I don't know how the linking with the bank account and all that would work because it's all tied back to me again. So, yeah. But for me, a handful of buying, not too much like buying for collection stuff. All the 9.5s were reholdered and the 10s recently. That feels good, even though I forgot a couple, pissed me off that I have. I got to send another like 3-card submission in for reholder still. Traded away a black label today of the recording Monday. Traded away my Slow King Neo Genesis Japanese black label for some ultra modern cards to flip in the market. Liquidating some things.
If you haven't seen the video, go watch it as well, guys. It was a small one, but a good one. I enjoyed watching that.
Short and sweet wins the race. Yeah, no, I got a whole bunch of stuff that I want to send into CGC. I have an 82 card submission at CGC. Nothing. I have a stack that wants to go to PSA still in front of me, but most of it's collection stuff. Like I don't know. It's old school Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I'm trying to talk myself out of even sending them there because they're kind of collection things, but a lot of my Yu-Gi-Oh cards are in PSA slabs. I don't know. I'm indifferent about it right now, so that's why they've been sitting here on my desk for so long. And it's like almost twice the price of effing CGC at this point. So,
right, that's a big factor in it when it's collection pieces, anyway.
So those will be sitting there for a while. I'm not in a huge rush because, like I said, I'm not looking to sell this. The card I pulled with you, it just looked. Awesome. Probably should send it to CDC because it probably looked freaking dope. So, yeah. So that's happening. Again, nothing at PSA, nothing at BGS right now. I have way too many slabs I need to list on eBay. Really looking forward to Charlotte CollectCon in about a month, I think. So that's one of the main reasons I haven't been listing tons of things on my eBay. I'm kind of just holding the inventory. I'm going to take it down there,
Good
and if it
point.
doesn't sell, then it'll find its way onto eBay. I don't want to sell through all my really nice stuff when I could just sell it in person. So yeah, not been. It's been a probably I don't even know 2 weeks, 3 weeks since I've listed something on eBay. I maybe listed one or two cards. That's it. So pretty slow burn there. Got 100 items listed, so needs to be more for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about selling at CollectCon and stuff, in Charlotte, you got a bit of a juggle, right? Do you try and sell that stuff? Do you list it? Do you want to have to pull it down or set it to vacation mode? What all the things with that when you could potentially just get someone just buy 10 of them cash or buy 20 of them cash right there. Don't feel
Yeah.
bad. Don't feel bad about it.
Yep. Yeah. Also went to a local card show this past weekend. That was like a Pokemon exclusive one. There's more like, there was some Marvel there, Marvel Pokemon, but it was like 90% Pokemon, which was cool. And I was basically just there looking at people that were selling mint modern cards. So I ended up dropping like $300 on different things and found a no stage Blastoise there. I don't think I've ever seen one in person. And it was just raw sitting in this dude's booth mixed with a whole bunch of other random jank. Price was $90. So probably market-ish value, but seeing it raw sitting there in public, I don't even know the price on it, to be honest. It could be, the price easily goes up if it's a decent condition. It's probably like a 7.5. So yeah, that was pretty cool seeing one of those in the wild. I always look, every time I see a Blastoise or a Charizard, I'm looking for the black dot or on the Charizards, or I'm looking for the no stage Blastoise or the red dot Blastoise or different errors that are just burnt into my brain. So when I see these cards, I'm always looking, and it was able to find one, which was pretty cool. So I was excited.
There's a cool feeling, I'm sure. Yeah, and not everyone is 100% clued into all that kind of stuff. So when you do have that little bit of knowledge, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Yep, got that. That was like the only vintage, and then I got like a Suicune from Crown Zenith, the Pikachu Alt Art from 151, Mewtwo V
Cute.
Star Alt Art. It's fun. I enjoy looking at raw cards. Finding mint raw cards is really fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah,
It's
the potential out there too, right?
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. Yeah, so that's about it going on with me, man. Besides that, just family, keeping up with the family and work life, 9 to 5. Crazy. Too much stuff going on. I'm ready to retire, man. I don't know about you, but
I'm close.
wonder what I
How
could
do
do
you?
to retire.
Well, I did want to ask one thing. Now that you kind of talked about it a little bit there with CDC, but like, how do you think people are feeling about the new label now the dust has settled a little bit? Because I don't really hear anyone talking about it or moaning about it or anything. Like, it feels like, okay, that's what it is. Like, let's go. That's kind of like the mentality it feels like. But I don't know if you're reading the room the same way as I am.
Yeah, I think there was tons of initial pushback and discomfort in the
Hmm.
change. A lot of people are changing the grading scale. A lot of people were butthurt.
Hmm.
And then changing the labels themselves, but most of the people I've seen have come around very quickly to the current what we have. The new labels, especially the pristine label, is like it feels special. It like when I'm holding my black label cards versus PSA 10s, the black labels feel special. When I'm holding my pristine 10s now, they feel pretty effing special compared to a PSA 10. Like they did those efforts justice, and people are coming around to it for sure. Like it's crazy. I have cards such old cards like 1999, whatever, 96, certain cards, but they look so nice in the new slabs, and so many people have come around to it. I'm excited for it to see how it goes. It's got to be nothing but good things. People being able to set collect tens now with CGC. Finally, hopefully, we'll see how it goes over the next 3 months. I feel like CGC's grading scales changed 3-4 times in 3 years of existence. So see how it goes. But
Some
yeah, it's gonna be
consistency, I think, would help drive it, where people
yeah.
know what they're grading and know what they're
We're
buying and collecting. Yeah,
we're about due for some of that.
we'll get there.
Like
Uh,
even PSA is jacked. Like we've seen the pack rating and people getting sixes for the first time I've ever seen in my life. So it's people.
Odd.
No one's perfect for sure. It's jacked up.
Let's wrap up with a movie recommendation.
Yeah, let's do it.
Underrated. One for me is one that kind of reminds me of Training Day, which is probably my favorite movie of all time. I remember watching it as a kid, and I was just blown away. I just thought it was so unique. I'd never seen a movie like it before, and it's called Collateral. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it. It's excuse me, sorry guys, it's late. It's probably 20 years old. I don't know, 15 years old or something. It feels like it's from forever ago. It's a pretty old movie, but Denzel Washington, not Denzel Washington, Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise, I believe it is, are the actors in it, and it's brilliant. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. I think it's actually, if you have YouTube Premium thing, I think it's on like the free YouTube movies that you can watch. I don't even know if you need premium for that, but I think it's even on there, so you don't even have to pay. You can use the same software that you're using to watch this right now. So go look it up. What about you, Josh?
I was thinking, I was like, man, I've heard of the movie and a whole bunch of things. So I did a quick look. The plan was to do underrated movie, and I look it up. It did 220 million USD in 2004 in the box office. I'm like, that's not that underrated. But then I went and I did a quick search of like the best movies in 2004. Yikes. There was a lot of competition. So it kind of makes sense where it would kind of fly under the radar. You had Kill Bill, Incredibles, Shaun of the Dead, Harry Potter movie, Aviator. It wasn't even in the top 10 according to this.
Jeez, yeah.
And that movie did well. So that's pretty
underrated
crazy.
then.
Yeah, I was
Quite fitting.
skeptical at it not being underrated, but it certainly appears to have been underrated in that year. For sure. So mine also, what year did this come out? 2002. There's a movie called The New Guy. And have you ever seen it? Probably not.
I can't think of it.
You should watch it.
Who is it?
Exactly. I don't even know the main actor's name. That's the problem.
Oh, okay.
DJ Qualls.
Is he DJ, a DJ or is that his name?
No, it's his name, DJ. It's DJ.
Okay.
He's still alive. He's 45 years old. You would know him. I don't share my screen again, but I'm going to do it just so you can see what he looks like. But yeah, the movie The New Guy, it was 100% an underrated movie. It is one of my favorites. Like, sit down, like watching it.
Oh, yeah.
He probably looks familiar. He was on Road Trip, another Road Trip. He was all over the place. And usually he's not the main actor in most movies he's in, but he was the main actor in The New Guy. It was hilarious. Hilarious. I absolutely loved it. It was a good time. Go check it out if you're looking to watch just funny as hell. So, comedy, and could not recommend it enough. So
sweet. Well, thanks for that. That's a good one. I'll look it up. I don't know if I've seen it before. I've seen movies with him in before, so I'm not sure if it's that one or other ones. But yeah, that's awesome. All right, cool. Guys, don't forget, leave a comment. Magnets right here for you. You want to run the
Before
giveaway?
we end, though, we're going to do the giveaway real quick for the people that left a comment down below, because Oak was somehow able to get 3 out of the 10. So let's jump into that right now, shall we? All right, everybody. So let me share my screen here. We are going to get into it. So basically the first person picked off the wheel, as long as it's not me or Oak, we will be selecting you as the winner to receive this Lance's Charizard box. Again, appreciate all the love and support with commenting last week. It was very cool. So here it is. There is 25 unique comments, I believe. Let's go enter in the number 12, get comments. Yep, 25 comments. And then if it is me or Oak, I'll rerun it because I couldn't exclude us because I didn't pay for the premium because it's bullshit. Mm-hmm. Winner is Swami.
No
Shout out
way.
to you, Swami.
That's awesome.
Well deserved. He had commented, I am loving the She-Hulk display. The Yu-Gi-Oh boxes are epic. That's all it takes.
So awesome.
I appreciate you, Swami, for watching the video. Appreciate everybody. Y'all have a good one.
See you guys. Thank you.
Peace.
Bye.